I'm going to show you guys this week's assignment, which is journalism ethics. This week we're going to talk about, or the whole unit kind of revolves around a person. His name is Jim Lehrer, a very famous American journalist. He came up with some rules for journalism and for people who want to go into journalism. He is one of the most iconic, highly regarded news people in the United States for my whole lifetime. He just recently died a few years ago, I believe. But he has some really good rules. And I think this next lesson, I think it's important that we go over them and kind of think about ethics and how we do journalism. So the first thing I want you to do is just become familiar with a few terms, ethics in journalism. They're in the worksheet PDF, which is attached to the lesson. And then I want you to come up with your own definition of journalism ethics. You can use the two and put them together and kind of wordsmith it a little bit to make it your own definition. So I want you to put this definition in the comment for the assignment, so I can see it and everyone else can see the comment, okay? It should already, the permissions should be set for that, should be no problem. If you have an issue, just let me know. The second thing I want you to do, I want you to watch the video that I have attached here, which is this short, it's not very long, I believe it's maybe 4 minutes long, yeah, 4 minutes. And it's actual Jim Lehrer talking about his guidelines for journalism and what it is to be a journalist and the ethics behind it. He's, you know, an older guy or whatever, and you guys aren't very interested in that. I know that, but just try to get through the 4 minutes. It's not very long. He's an amazing guy, so maybe when you watch it, you'll kind of be awestruck by him. He has some very important things to say. The next thing I'm going to want you to do, let's make sure. So, yeah, just kind of get familiar with him. The third thing I want you to do is, in the worksheet, it talks about his 10 rules for journalism. Read over them, kind of at least get a grasp of what they're about and keep them handy. Because the next thing you need to do, or the last thing, is to go into this worksheet, which I have, and now I did it the right way. So everyone has their own worksheet. So you just go in here, fill out the answers, and then hit submit in the upper right-hand corner. That's all you need to do. What I really want you to do though is think about those guidelines for journalism. Read each one of these questions and then decide, would you, yes or no, would you actually do a news show or broadcast or write some kind of paper on this particular question? And there are 5 of them. So go through, read them, say yes or no that you would actually broadcast this or write a story on it. You need to defend your choice. So refer back to the 10 journalism rules that Lehrer came up with and put the number of the rule and kind of talk why you think that applies to this situation. Okay, it doesn't have to be more than 1 or 2 sentences. Very simple. You can write more, of course, if you wish to defend your choice. Remember, when I use the grading rubric, I'm talking or looking for details. Are you pulling from what I'm giving you? The 10 rules, the video from Lehrer himself, maybe the definitions. Are you pulling from that? Are you using those to defend your choice and letting me know? So that's what I'm going to look for when I'm assessing this, okay? If you have any questions, you could let me know. And remember, on Thursday, we have our regular class meeting online. If you don't want to kind of, well, what I would do is kind of at least come up with a rough idea for your defense for these. And then on Thursday, we could talk about it, okay? We'll go through each one. And you can kind of listen to what your peers are saying and decide if you want to change or modify your defense of whether or not you would write a story on one of these, okay? And so that's really it for this week. Once again, this is a very interesting subject matter, which is ethics. And if you have any questions before online class, let me know. The assignment will be due on Sunday. Okay?